Welcome back, you whiskey loving legends, to another episode of Was It Worth It Whiskey. And today we have this Springbank 10-year-old. 46 ABV, no added colouring, non-chilled filtered. So Springbank is a very unique distillery, as in it actually completes the entire process of making the whiskey on site, which is very unusual. When I say that, from milling, it malts the barley using traditional ploughing methods, kilns it on site using peat fire and hot air, depending on what whiskey they're producing at the time. Milling, it still uses their original 1940s mill. They use 3 stills on site, and they also warehouse it or age it on site as well. So this enables them to control every aspect of the whiskey making process and control that well-renowned Springbank flavour. So from a colour point of view, it's a beautiful golden colour, quite thick. If you can see that, you should see some legs appearing there. So on the nose, we have a slight peat, hay notes, mandarins. There's a peach, a citrus. There's even some green apples there. And in the end, there's this slight meatiness, which I'm going to call the Springbank funk or the Springbank flavour. On that, this whiskey does require a lot of time to open up. So when you first get it, you need to let it sit in the glass for a while, open up, and maybe even leave it for a week with a couple drams taken out of it. Old Springbank whiskies is not a journey of the glass, it's the journey of the whole bottle. So on the palate, first it's this real mouthful. It's like bang, it just hits and coats your whole mouth. It's really nice and oily, and not thin, not overly thick, but just right, I think. Well, I get this sudden hit of like peach cream lollies, those chewy peach cream lollies, black passion fruit, salted caramel, and sultanas. So this was aged both in bourbon and sherry casks, and hence we get both those fresh fruit flavours mixed in with that dark, rich sherry notes as well. So it's quite a good melody of flavours on the palate. On the finish, I get a toasted caramel, oak tannins coming from the oak, and this beautiful, yummy, light passion fruit flavour that just flows through the finish, which is about a medium to long, maybe on the longer side of medium finish. So on that, I'm going to give it a score. I'll give the nose 89 points. I'm going to give the palate of 91 points. And the finish, I'm going to give 81 points. 80, so the finish I'll give 89 points. Give us a grand total of 90 points for a score, which is an excellent score. But the real question is it worth it, as we know? Now, not only for the price, but this bottle is actually an old Springbank, and if you've tried, isn't the easiest whiskey to get your hands on. It takes quite some effort and persistence, even to get the 10-year-old, because there's not much of it to go around. But when you can get it, it's £45 a bottle, or 120 AUD, and I think for that price and this unique flavour set and the journey of the whole bottle, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So I think it's a thumbs up It's well worth experience, especially if you're looking for something slightly different and then experience something new. So till next time, cheers.